Schools, Mr. Bill Spitz, the chairperson of our Oxford School Committee, Mrs. Patricia DeWitzik, Vice Chair, Mr. Mark Peterson, Mrs. Brenda Ennis, and Mrs. Laura Coonan of the Oxford School Committee, and the cadets of NJROTC Oxford. I'd like to welcome back Commander Joseph W. Hankins, the NJROTC Area Corps Manager, who drove to us from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania yesterday, and is our inspecting officer today. I'd like to also welcome everyone else who are our guests for tonight's passing review ceremony. As always, it's a great tribute to our cadets and students of this school, that so many of you take time out of your hectic schedules to be here to support the cadets and enjoy an evening of demonstrations. Before we start, I'm going to ask everybody, please turn off or put to vibrate your personal cell phones and beepers so that technology doesn't put a rude damper on special cadet performances and recognition this evening. We'll now proceed with the evening's events. Will the guests and everyone please rise? With hats in hands and hands over hearts, let's open tonight's ceremony by first honoring our country with the parading and presentation of our national colors. CO, parade the colors.
Aye, sir. Officers, Rob, North, and read color.
And the cadets of NJROTC Oxford, I'd like to welcome back Commander Joseph W. Hankins, the NJROTC Area Corps Manager, who drove to us from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania yesterday, and is our inspecting officer today. I'd like to also welcome everyone else who are our guests for tonight's passing review ceremony. As always, it's a great tribute to our cadets and students of this school, that so many of you take time out of your hectic schedules to be here to support the cadets and enjoy an evening of demonstrations. Before we start, I'm going to ask everybody, please turn off or put to vibrate your personal cell phones and beepers so that technology doesn't put a rude damper on special cadet performances and recognition this evening. We'll now proceed with the evening's events. Will the guests and everyone please rise? With hats in hands and hands over hearts, let's open tonight's ceremony by first honoring our country with the parading and presentation of our national colors. CO, parade the colors.
Aye, sir. Officers, Rob, North, and read color.
Good evening. On behalf of Mr. Kevin Wells, our principal at Oxford High School, the NJROTC coordinator for the district, Mr. David Nugent, Assistant Principal, Mr. Ernest Boss, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Bill Spitz, the Chairperson of our Oxford School Committee, Mrs. Patricia DeWitzik, Vice Chair, Mr. Mark Peterson, Mrs. Brenda Ennis, and Mrs. Laura Coonan of the Oxford School Committee, and the cadets of NJROTC Oxford, I'd like to welcome back Commander Joseph W. Hankins, the NJROTC Area Corps Manager, who drove to us from Willow Grove, Pennsylvania yesterday, and is our inspecting officer today. I'd like to also welcome everyone else who are our guests for tonight's passing review ceremony. As always, it's a great tribute to our cadets and students of this school, that so many of you take time out of your hectic schedules to be here to support the cadets and enjoy an evening of demonstrations. Before we start, I'm going to ask everybody, please turn off or put to vibrate your personal cell phones and beepers so that technology doesn't put a rude damper on special cadet performances and recognition this evening. We'll now proceed with the evening's events. Will the guests and everyone please rise? With hats in hands and hands over hearts, let's open tonight's ceremony by first honoring our country with the parading and presentation of our national colors. CO, parade the colors.
Aye, sir. Officers, drop, look, and recolor. Ready, go. Aye, man. Forward, march. Colors, halt. Reset, arm. Reset, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Songbirds now. Catherine Shaw, Caleb McCarthy, Angela Richardson, and Candace Wilmine all volunteered to sing. It's the first time in 14 years doing these ceremonies we've had a singing color national anthem for the colors presentation. So well done, ladies.
We thank you for giving each cadet the courage to dare to be different, the courage to challenge ourselves to hold higher meaningful standards and to overcome peer pressures, and the courage to pursue new heights of personal excellence in academic and cadet activities. Shower your blessings on all gathered here, especially our upperclassmen and all past graduates who have still come back to work with us. They have taught us so very much to still come back here for this coming year already. We ask that you also continue to favor and rekindle appointed cadets' leaderships and reward an enthusiastic drive as we start the new school year under their unique mantle of responsibilities tonight. On this special evening, we ask everyone to pause and offer a moment of silent tribute for these two reasons. First, to remember all the men and women of our armed forces who are serving across the globe in the global war on terror. And second, remember all graduates of the NJROTC program and of Oxford High School who have all volunteered to place themselves in harm's way. On behalf of all citizens, to remember of the all-volunteer armed forces that came to being in 1974. We have one former cadet commanding officer and graduate of the NJROTC unit serving to return safe and decorated from Afghanistan. Another former CO and is flying helicopters in support of Army operations now in Iraq. Two other NJROTC graduates and former company commanders are serving aboard modern destroyers in Yokosuka, Japan. One as newly commissioned naval officers and another as highly trained acoustics expert. One additional graduate has started his first year in college under the Marine Operation NROTC Scholarship, who is with us tonight. An additional graduate of the class of 2007 is pursuing commissioning as an Air Force office and attending college under the Air Force ROTC Scholarship in Worcester. Many past OHS and NJROTC graduates have likewise served with distinction and completed their volunteer services in all the services. Many have returned home safe and others continue to serve in the armed forces. We ask you, Lord, to put your hands around these men and women and ask their families to protect them and protect us as all freedoms return to Americans in our time of need. Watch over and protect all of them, our instructors and every teacher and administrator in Oxford always. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Are the colors.
Hi, sir. Colors reverse. March. Forward. March. Colors reverse. March. Colors. Halt. Order. Colors. Company, all out.
Be seated. Mr. Smith and all members, distinguished members of the Oxford School Committee, Superintendent Boss, Mr. Schumacher, past department commander of the Massachusetts Department of American Legion, Chief Michael Boss of the Oxford Police Department, Veterans Organization's presidents in attendance tonight, and in many of the family, friends, former cadets, and supporters of the young men and women before you, again, I welcome you to our ceremony tonight. Since arriving around noon, Commander Hankins has been given a briefing by your cadet staff that they created a PowerPoint on unit activities, accomplishments, goals, and progress. He has toured and inspected our classrooms for cleanliness and organization, scrutinized our supply and administrative systems. Are the colors.
Hi, sir. Colors reverse. March. Forward. March. Colors reverse. March. Colors. Halt. Order. Colors. Company, all out.
Be seated. Mr. Smith and all members, distinguished members of the Oxford School Committee, Superintendent Boss, Mr. Schumacher, past department commander of the Massachusetts Department of American Legion, Chief Michael Boss of the Oxford Police Department, Veterans Organization's presidents in attendance tonight, and in many of the family, friends, former cadets, and supporters of the young men and women before you, again, I welcome you to our ceremony tonight. Since arriving around noon, Commander Hankins has been given a briefing by your cadet staff that they created a PowerPoint on unit activities, accomplishments, goals, and progress. He has toured and inspected our classrooms for cleanliness and organization, scrutinized our supply and administrative systems, our academic programs, our large uniform and controlled equipage inventories, reviewed financial accounts, and cadet activity and community service records, and gone into many other areas. This is a full-blown formal inspection for the cadets. They have been working very hard for months getting ready for it. And if you look at the calendar, remember, school only started shortly after Labor Day. Within the past hour, he inspected each one and provided an inspection grade on each cadet here. As the culmination of today's events, we truly believe this is the fun part of the day. The cadets are anxiously waiting to demonstrate for the first time as we enter our new drill season. The armed and unarmed exhibition drill teams, our competition color guards, and a special first team cadet that really wants to get on the floor bad. And finally, we'll conduct a unit pass and review ceremony tonight and one special recognition. All of this is great. They've worked very hard, as I said, over the past 2 months preparing for tonight. And since school started, for the last 3 weeks, they've really been at it. Cadet accomplishments for the school year alone already are too numerous to review. Many of our national program awards are highlighted for convenience in the ceremony program and will not be reviewed. The annual awards ceremony, conducted about 8 to 10 months from now, will allow us to provide individual cadet recognition since we're so early in the school year. We're also going to allow Commander Hankins a chance to depart early this evening because he has to get up real early to go inspect Quabbin Regional tomorrow morning. Due to the inspection's early timing this school year, we are the first school to be inspected in Area 4 of 31 slated for this year. So we're going to deliberately limit some of the awards tonight. The Presidential Community Service Awards did not arrive in time. They will be given out later, but we still have a few surprises up our sleeve. So without further ado, I'm going to start proceeding with cadet demonstrations. Parade the first year cadet demonstration team. This year, Senior Chief and I are blessed to have a rather remarkable group of first-year cadets. And in fact, the incoming class of new students we have this year, by all our records and accounts, is the largest in our 14-year history. The freshmen have truly been a remarkable group, and many have jumped in to learn the operation of the unit, help with the hosting of things, with the host of things that need to be done, and many of them actually started running the computer programs despite being in the program for less than 3 months. Many have said they wanted to take advantage of college credits that are now awarded for each one of the naval science courses, and more wanted to play in drill and color guard. As they get more familiar with what's going on, more are joining. As they become more comfortable with the academic load the freshman year brings, more are coming. So now, at their request, the first-year cadets have asked to insert an abbreviated demonstration of basic maneuvers for grade so they could accept a direct role for grade in tonight's inspection. While the routine is short, listen closely to their responses and how well they do. So Commander Hankins, I'd ask if you'd please take the head judge position here at Center Court and take the team's reports. The first-year cadets will be commanded by freshman Laura Holmes. Cadet Commander, take the floor with your team.
Aye, sir. Onward! Forward, march! March up, march! Forward, march! March up, march! Platoon, halt! Cover! Recover! Forward, march! All left, march! Left leg, march! Platoon, halt! Commander Hankins.
Oxford High School, NJROTC, Pirates, hoorah!
First year cadet drill team. Request permission to use your drill deck. Commander Hankins.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander. Rear, march.
part of the amazing freshman class this year, which is going to be fun to put into the other teams, and you'll see them in a couple minutes. Parade the unarmed exhibition drill team. Thank you. All right, tonight we're going to start by continuing unarmed before we get into the real heavyweight exhibition team. We're going to do exhibition rather than boring regulation to show you the real creme de la creme, if you will, for exhibition. Okay, this is the team you're about to see is one of 13 in Oxford Fields during the course of a year. In 2007 and 8, your teams excelled once again. We competed against 21 schools last October at the second annual Liberty Union Invitational in Taunton. We opened the season with 9 trophy finishes in 11 events, including 5 first and ultimately second place overall. A mere 0.3 of a point behind a tough Lynn English Marine Corps Junior ROTC school out of Boston. We were looking to return to this tournament last month, but it was canceled by the whole school at the last minute. Your Pirate teams did go on to dominate the Southern New England Drill League last year, setting new team and league records. Pirates routinely competed in 8 events per meet against 12 junior ROTC units from all services in 5 meets hosted at Coventry, Rhode Island, Cranston, Rhode Island, Troy, New York, Stamford, Connecticut, and New York City, and in Springfield, Mass. At the final meet of the season in Springfield, Oxford was recognized during the Best School of League Season awards presentations in all 8 events that our kids entered. They captured 4 first, 1 second, and 3 third place finishes as best of season. It's no surprise when your Pirates repeated as top school, finishing first place overall as the league's best school of season in both the armed and unarmed divisions and best school of season for armed and unarmed inspections, continuing a 4-year run that we started back in 2003. 18 of 20 possible trophy finishes at that last meet were awarded to your Oxford cadets, including the League Sportsmanship Award, which I value, and is voted upon my peers, the other coaches. 17 cadets, including 7 rookies, 4 of whom were the first-year cadets, traveled with the school committee approval for their 10th consecutive appearance at the largest single-day JROTC drill tournament in the world, 2008 American Legion National JROTC Drill Team and Color Guard Championships in Montgomery, Alabama. Once again, as the sole school from Massachusetts or north of Virginia, your dauntless Oxford High School kids competed in all 12 events in 3 divisions, with the smallest group of any of the 60 schools participating from 25 states. It's a grueling day that starts about 5:30 a.m. Ran through 11 hours of competitions and ended roughly at 6:30 p.m. At the award ceremony, your cadets matched their tournament records set the previous year by being awarded 14 of 17 possible trophy finishes, including 6 new 2008 national titles, and that included Oxford's 9th overall national championship as the best of service Navy national champion at that tournament, and the overall facsimile division national championship title and national titles for both facsimile and armed inspection events. At this, the nation's largest one-day tournament, Oxford ended up overall 2nd place overall out of 62 schools. Commander Hankins even told all the NJROTC schools what happened, and we're thankful for his public congratulations to our peers and his passing the news up the chain of command to Navy officials. And I know for the first time I was able to use technology to keep everyone back here posted on photos of the trip and the progress of your cadets. This year, the Southern New England Drill League season starts next Saturday. We have a very hectic 10 days ahead of us with 14 events planned that we have to participate in or help most surrounding Veterans Day. There will be other meets again this year, not only at Coventry, but we're going back to Cranston, down to Newport, Rhode Island, to Rogers High School, Army unit there, Troy, New York, to the LaSalle Institute, and Springfield, Mass. at the finals again. Regrettably, this year, the final league meet of the season is coinciding with the 2009 national tournament date. We're not quite sure if we're going to be able to fit both events on a scheduled split simply because of the size of our team right now. However, we are looking to compete in the NJROTC Area 4 regionals qualifying meet, barring any further conflicts in scheduling or overlapping with activities like our military ball and bad weather that has prevented our participation in the past 3 years. Tonight's first demonstration will be by the unarmed team, commanded for the first time publicly by senior Gina Palmieri. It's her first attempt at team commanding. Gina joined NJROTC as a junior, graduated from the 2008 Leadership Academy this summer, as signified by the silver cord that she and others wear. Her routine will demonstrate the pre-play routine that Band coaches choreograph for youth starting next week at the first opening meet of the season, and will continue through for the next 5 through January. So without further ado, take it away, Gene.
Aye, sir. Oxford! Forward, march!
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander. deck. Commander.
Permission granted. Excellent job.
Thank you, Commander. Eyes right.
As the ARM team gets ready to do their stuff, it might interest you to know that the 13 cadets that you saw performing under the watchful eye of the commander tonight, 11, and I repeat, 11 of them are first-year cadets who just learned this routine in less than 7 weeks, and I can't wait to put them on the floor in competition. Again, it's reflective of what I'm seeing, the senior chief is seeing in the incoming freshman class. It's pretty awesome. Parade the Armed Exhibition Drill Team. Thank you. Okay, the Armed Exhibition Team will be next. It's going to demonstrate its special routines, both that were created for both league and in national competition, once it catches it correct behind the curtain over there. Like the unarmed team demo, the armed exhibition means everything presented is done in a free-play manner, and all the steps are choreographed by the team and its coach. They develop many of the steps by themselves, or we kind of plagiarize what we see from the national videos that other schools use. It should be obvious that when you start spinning a 9.5-pound demilitarized World War II rifle, that things get a bit tougher. The routines are hard to develop, to practice, perfect, and refine, and it takes a lot of upper body strength to find, so it includes a conditioning program that cadets have to go through. Armed Exhibition has undergone some real serious modifications this year from last year. We hope that all the changes will permit the team to excel to even greater heights than last season. All the moves and interactions have to make sense and still fit within time constraints laid on for this team in our league that have been set for each meet. Roughly each competition limits the teams to less than 5.5 minutes performance. Ultimately, you should know last year Oxford's Armed Exhibition team took 4th place amongst all the teams as best school of the season in our league, and 6th place overall amongst the 58 teams at the 2008 Nationals, where we ended up 2nd place overall, missing the overall national title in the Armed Division by a mere 5 points. Senior cadet and current cadet Executive Officer Joshua Boucher is now going to lead his team through its paces.
Mark time. Mark.
On. Halt.
On. Hold. On. Hold.
Commander, Oxford, NJROTC, Armed Exhibition Team. Request permission to use your drill deck. Commander.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander.
time, march!
One, halt.
One, halt! One, halt!
Commander, Oxford NJROTC Armed Exhibition Team. Request permission to use your drill deck. Commander.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander. Oxford NJROTC Armed Exhibition Team. Request permission to leave your drill deck. Commander.
Permission granted. Excellent job.
Thank you, Commander.
Woo!
cadet that was spinning the rifle over his head and doing some of our fancier things that I know Mr. Bosler is a junior named Nicholas Comstock. Sorry, Nicholas Bakari, my mistake. But Nicholas has been with us for 3 years and tried to paint a lot with spinning and tossing in the summer, and obviously it shows, so we're very proud of him and all the other groups that they've been working here. Parade the color guard teams. According to Commander Hankins, I guess Oxford is the only school that attempts to put 2 color guards on deck at the same time and try to do a mirror show. At least that's what he said last time he was here. We will continue our traditions. For parades and special public appearances and other events like opening ceremonies for the American Legion State Convention openings and memorial ceremonies in Massachusetts at State House, the Mass Bay State Games opening ceremonies in Boston, and the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Worcester, we field a special color guard that ranges from 6 to 17 people. The St. Patrick's Day Parade of March this year, March 9th, Oxford won top honors for Best High School Color Guard, and our very first award in 8 appearances is the Best Marching Unit of the parade, comprised of Color Guard, Honor Guard, and staff. The latter was earned when matched against all the adult marching units of Massachusetts' second largest St. Patrick's Day Parade under strong wind and gale, quite frankly, pretty cold conditions. Appearance request for our performing color guard continues this year. We're going to have some great opportunities come up from sports franchises and old friends in helping veteran ceremonies not only in Oxford, but in Webster and Dudley and Worcester. In fact, I'm proud to report to you tonight that your Pirate Color Guard is amongst the final 3 groups being considered by the Worcester Sharks when they host the American Hockey League All-Star Game on January 26th, we're in the running to do opening ceremonies for that event. The regulation competitions in the Southern New England Drill League and invitational meets, the competitive color guard is restricted to 4 persons. This team competes using procedures for the Army Field Manual in specialized categories. We field both the armed and unarmed teams. Most teams last year were co-ed, but as I have said in the past, the absence of an all-female team doesn't mean that Oxford's teams are now low maintenance. I can assure you they are not. Our teams have dominated league competition, fielding 5 new commanders last year and 7 new combinations of cadets for 7 new teams. A great point of pride is that despite the rotation of cadets, many of our underclassmen have stepped in to cover for seniors who had to go take ACTs and SATs and perform other commitments. The result was that all these teams still excelled, and both the armed and unarmed color guards competed as best color guards of the Southern New England Drill League season for the 4th straight year, with a set of teams earning 1 second and a sweep of the 4 additional first places in the 5 meets. At the 2008 American Legion Nationals, a team consisting of our 2 best flag bearers, who happen to be male, and our 2 best rifle bearers that I've ever seen in the last 5 years, one of whom is here tonight, captured the 1st place in the new national title for both armed and facsimile color guards, and in 2nd place when they tried to go up against another team and missed taking a clean sweep hat trick for all 3 color guard national titles for the 3rd year in a row. They missed it by 1 point out of 1,200. We will try to do our best with color guard, and the traditions carry on. We still hold color guard records in the largest tournaments in the nation for having the first all-female team and the first co-ed team with any service in the 32-year history of that tournament sweep all 3 titles at the same meet. Oxford teams learn to use as much of the floor as possible as judges look to see how the group performs and how they align when they march over longer distances. Normally our competition square is 40 by 40 feet, which is rather small. Tonight, it's like we're going to go into the middle of the ocean. We have that much room. However, the kids love going near the boundaries and causing, from my angle, what appears to be foot on the line, which is an out-of-bounds penalty. And I think they devilishly take delight in trying to give me a heart attack over these points. Tonight, due to the great level of interest in color guard again and near-perfect season our teams experienced last year, the cadets have elected to show a mirror presentation of 2 teams using the league routines, the hardest of them all. In order to allow more cadets in the floor, we have 2 teams. To my right, to starboard, senior Josh Boucher, a member of our national championship team from last year, will Leading his team, we'll call them the ARM team tonight, to my left is the second color guard, commanded by Megan Coonan in her very first appearance as a team commander. In fact, Megan and both Brittany as flag bearers here are making their first performance as color guard, and our two rifle bearers here are normally our team captains. This is their first time playing the rifles. They usually handle the flags. Also, Liz Richardson is carrying the flag to my right. This is her first time in color guard, and she was attempting to be a commander this year as well. And our two boys, Nick and Julie Roman there. This is their first time with rifles with sling and unsling public. So, one will carry the Coast Guard colors in honor of Senior Chief Borland. The other will carry the Navy's first jack, which we've flown since 9/12, which is the Navy's battle flag. And it's a big hit when we go out to competitions and the Navy Marine Corps folks recognize it when we hit the floor. All air commanders, when you're ready, commence your demonstrations.
Colors, all in. Adam close to the left, right. Ready, run. At ease. Colors. Hut and gun. Carry. Colors. Forward. Arch.
Colors, halt!
Leg on. Oh. On base, color.
Armed Pirate Color Guard.
From Oxford, Massachusetts. Request permission to use your drill tech, Commander.
Permission granted.
Thank you, Commander. Carry colors.
Colors reverse, arch. Forward, arch. Forward, arch. Over.
Pose reverse. Arch. Forward. Arch. Eyes. Right. Ready. Run. Colors. Halt.
Ready, run.
Colors. Oh. Order. Colors.
The routines you just seen are what we use in the drill league itself, and it's comprised of 88 steps, and each one is graded accordingly. Please note that all the cadets wearing a gold aglet tonight are eligible members of this year's 2008 and 9 team for both Southern New England Drill League Championship and 2008 American Legion National Championship teams and the color guards. I would ask that all current cadets wearing cords and any past alumni in the stands who were part of the past league and/or national championship teams for Oxford please stand to be recognized. Everyone should know that our drill teams and color guards and many other teams and activities have been supported by many agencies locally, regionally, and nationally. Many of these organizations wish to remain anonymous, and to save time again this evening, we try to compile a list of every group of people and special individuals who have either made donations, conducted benefits, sponsored awards, or just helped us to get to the nationals and other sites along the way in one form or another. The listing of our local, regional, national national support network is part of your program tonight. Once again, we pray that we have not inadvertently missed someone. Since folks are in attendance tonight, we'd like to thank members of the Executive Committee of the American Legion from the state of Massachusetts, and also our post commanders locally, Donna Villeneuve and Mr. Tom McCann. I ask everyone to please remember a moment of silence for American Legion member Mr. John Griffin, a good friend of Oxford's who came to our inaugural first ceremony. I remember that with 42 people, and he's only missed 2 events in the last 14 years, regrettably, after reporting passed away a week ago. And he actually wrote to us from the nursing home when he got his invitation, the back of the invitation saying, I don't have a note here, but tell the kids, good luck, it'll be great, wish us well, the next thing I know, I got notified of his passing. We're going to miss him. I'd like to thank our elected local and state officials like Senator Moore, Representative Cross. I know Representative Cross won his election the other night. He's probably off celebrating that tonight. It's not here. I haven't seen him yet. He usually pops in. And everyone else that helps make this ceremony very special. Last but not least, I want to thank members of the Smolensky Mullen Trust Fund, Smolensky Mullen Trust Fund, and the Smolensky family itself, who does keep in touch with us. They're enthusiastic supporters of the generous grants that they provide, really are the mainstay for our unit. Also wanted to have our deepest thanks for the cadets and the instructors go to our parents who spend long hours rising early to bring their cadets to practices that start at 5:30 a.m. They watch them in ceremonial color guards, literally travel hundreds of miles for our meets, and cheer us on from Newport to Simsbury, Connecticut, New York City, to Albany and Troy, New York, and upper New York State, and yes, even some parents drove and flew 1,400 miles from Montgomery, Alabama to watch their kids. Their support is part of the magic that makes things run smoothly here, and it's pretty awesome. We cannot do what we do without such steadfast support and dedication. From helping with travel and transportation to one parent creating a full-blown lunch for over 20 teens this weekend and bringing it in as they work to prepare for tonight. Thanks also for your year-round efforts to continue to help us maintain self-sufficiency. I would also like to point out that the self-sufficiency permits us to expand in competitions in academics. If you didn't remember from last year, our academic team took, I believe, 6th place in Area 4 with John Holmes taking 3rd place out of over 1,500 cadets in Area 4, and our own XO, Josh Boucher, taking 1st in Area 4 out of 1,500 cadets in the academic competition. Oxford's air rifle team also took 1st in Area 4 for precision competition, And last year, we were able to send kids within 1 week of returning from the Nationals to Fort Benning, Georgia, to compete in the shoulder-to-shoulder firing there as part of the national championship shootout. These are the great things that your kids perform, and without everybody's support, we couldn't pull this miracle off. So once again, from the instructors and the cadets, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We'd like to take the next few minutes to recognize students who completed their qualifications for the next higher cadet rank or rate. Each has completed extensive practical qualifications in the comprehensive roll board. I'm going to ask that everyone please hold your applause until all our advancements have been announced and awarded. Following cadets who report front and center on this podium for advancement and promotion by Commander Hankins, who will be assisted by Oxford's NJROTC Coordinator, Principal Kevin Wells, and Mr. Bill Spitz of the Oxford School Committee. Senior Chief World will be providing the hardware to put out to the kids. Following cadets front and center, for the rate of Cadet Seaman Apprentice, Courtney Beaudry, Jacqueline A. Green, Laura R. Holmes, Daniel T. Skivos, and Kayla L. McCarthy. To the rate of Cadet Petty Officer 3rd Class, Benjamin E. Domi. To the rate of Cadet Petty Officer 2nd Class, Brittany L. Bellot and Elizabeth M. Richardson. To the rate of Cadet Petty Officer 1st Class, Christopher J. Buffalo and Megan E. Coonan. To the rate of Cadet Chief Petty Officer, Gina M. Palmieri. To the rate of Cadet Senior Chief Petty Officer, Jess Van Rodier. And to the Cadet rank, Officer rank, Cadet Ensign, Jason A. Green.
Hand salute. Ready, two. Squad, follow! Aye, sir!
Okay, we're now going to recognize cadets chosen by the inspecting officer tonight for meritorious award of the Exemplary Personal Appearance Ribbon. Normally this award is earned only twice a year, once each semester. And it's earned by 100% participation in all weekly uniform grades and in Oxford, achievement of inspection grade of 95% or higher. Anything below 95 for weekly grade is disqualifier. These cadets have been chosen tonight for outstanding personal bearing, appearance, and performance displayed not only during the first marking period so far and this evening. We ask that you please hold your applause until all receive their awards. Following cadets report front and center for presentations by Commander Hankins, Mr. Bloss, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. David Nugent, Assistant Principal at Oxford High, and Senior Chief Orland. Nobody knows who got picked for this, so this is the fun part. Rachel Germain, Jackie Green, Joanne No, Jessica Humphrey, Angela Richardson, Laura Holmes, Kayla McCarthy, Catherine Shaw, Susan Poudre, Taylor Laughlin, Victoria Morris, Matthew Anderson, Adam Hashi, Harry Nelson, and Taylor Malcolm.
Squad, hand salute. Ready? 2. Squad, hand salute. Ready? 2. Squad, all out.
If you didn't pick up on it, of the 15 cadets on the floor, 12 are freshmen. Well done, gang. Our inspecting officer, Commander Joseph Hankins, is also our keynote speaker, and tonight marks his 3rd visit to Oxford High School. His first visit was also his first ever as an area manager. When he started that inspection, he's come back to Oxford once again. We are the first school to be ready on the list that particular year. On his 2nd visit, he came in November of 2006, and on his 3rd visit, we're back again, his first on the list, and setting him up for the rest of the year. Highlights of his military career provided in the biography contained in tonight's program is the center page. He is a very distinguished naval officer who has enjoyed multiple sea and shore command assignments serving our Navy and our nation in a variety of capacities, and his personal awards are significant. Over the past 4 years, he has proven to be both energetic and patient, a totally concerned and totally supportive area manager attendant not only to Oxford special needs, but to the queries and to also those of 53 other schools under his supervision in the Northeast United States and Europe. After his first visit, Commander said he really enjoyed himself, and I trust he's enjoyed the day with us again today. In the interest of maintaining time for our schedule, I'll simply say welcome back to Oxford, and the cadets and we two instructors are very deeply honored to represent Area 4 not only as your 2004, 5, and 6 most outstanding unit, but also your 2004 through 2008 Distinguished Unit with Honors Award recipient. It's our distinct pleasure to introduce Commander Joseph Hankins, United States Navy retired, the NJOTC Area 4 Manager.
Well, Commander, thank you so much. Cadets, thank you. Superintendent Voss, Principal Walls, faculty, students, community leaders, family, friends of Oxford NJROTC unit. Believe me, I'm extremely pleased to be here tonight. And I'm honored to be able to take a few minutes to say a few words. First, I want to say thank you to all the support this unit receives, not only from the school, but also from the community. Because, believe me, I've got a bunch of other schools. I get to see a lot of different things, and this school, I believe, by far, has the best support up and down from the family, the friends, the school, the community of all my units. And I just wish I could take all of you in the stands and take you to my 52 other units, and believe me, I'd be so happy. I really would. It'd make my job a lot easier. But thank you, because without your support, we would not have this NJROTC unit here at Oxford. As Commander Beasley said, I am here today to inspect the unit, and I have been inspecting throughout the entire time I've been here. Rear Admiral Clifford Sharp is my boss. He's in Great Lakes, and my task is to come and see these units, just like Oxford, and inspect it from top to bottom, and that's what I've done. The unit inspection consists of two different things, as Commander Beasley said. An administrative part, which I've done throughout the day. I looked at minor property, I looked at the supply, I looked at the administration of the unit. But then also, I get to spend a lot of time with the cadets, and to me, that is what makes my job so enjoyable. Just a while ago, I completed personal inspection, and I got to admit, cadets, you looked extremely well. A few minor attention to detail items, but overall, you looked outstanding. Not excellent, outstanding. And believe me, when I see cadets wear their uniform with pride like you do, I know that my day is going to be an easy inspection, and sure enough it was throughout the day. I want everyone to understand, not just the cadets, but the family, the friends, the community, and the school. I want everyone to understand that this program is not a recruiting tool for the United States Armed Forces. This program is to build good citizens for the community. But it's also to provide these young students, these young men and women, tools to be successful in whatever they decide to do after they graduate. And cadets, did you hear me? I said after you graduate. I truly believe that, again, those tools we're teaching you, the self-discipline, the responsibility, the patriotism, the service not only to the school and the community, but also the country, is so very important. Cadets, I do truly appreciate the efforts you put forth in everything that you do, as Commander Beasley said, and as outlined in the brochure or the program, all the outstanding accomplishments. You truly are one of my best units in the area. And as I said, I have 52 units, 7,000 cadets. And again, the accomplishments that you've accomplished with so few cadets, I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you. You should be so very proud of yourself as well. And I hope you understand that I am proud of you, that this community is proud of you, and that this school is proud of you. Cadets, I truly believe you are some of the best and brightest that this community has to offer. And I challenge each and every one of you to continue to work hard and prepare for the future. Because believe me, your future is going to be here before you know it. Continue to work hard in academics. Academics is the reason why you're in school, and continue to, again, plan for the future. Cadets, I truly believe you're learning teamwork, you're building self-confidence, you're taking on responsibilities, and in doing so, you're earning not only my respect, but also the respect of this entire school and this community. Believe me, I'm extremely proud of you. I'm extremely proud of this unit. And believe me, I'm extremely happy to be here tonight to see all of you in the stands as well for your great support. Thank you all for the hard work, cadets, family, friends, school. Thank you so much for your support as well. Thank you.
Company commander, reform the company.
Company, all in.
As the company reforms, I'm going to make a few remarks. Tonight, we've elected not to conduct a change of command for several reasons. But before the company conducts its passing review parade, we'd like to take a moment to highlight a special achievement by one of our former cadets who came to our unit as a junior and impressed folks across the board in athletics and academics and many other programs for 2 years while he was both in and out of the NJROTC program. That Oxford High School graduate is Lance Corporal Justin Manzello to my right, who I would ask him to invite him to please take center floor near our commanding officer here, our cadet commander. To conduct a special recognition for Justin, we are most honored that Captain Jason Maloney, United States Marine Corps, drove here from Springfield this afternoon for our gathering tonight. In fact, you should know Captain Maloney grew up in Western Massachusetts as a graduate of UMass Amherst and is a 17-year veteran right now in the Marine Corps. Serves both as the executive officer of the Marine Recruiting Station, Western New England, and its Marine Corps NROTC selection officer for the entire region. So without further delay, I'd like to welcome Captain Maloney to Oxford High School tonight. Turn the podium over to him.
Thank you very much, Commander Beasley. The opportunity, first of all, to come here. This is the first opportunity I've ever had to stand before cadets in the JROTC program. And first of all, congratulations, Commander Beasley, this school. You guys do a phenomenal job. I walked into the school and I was up on the second deck looking for, trying to find this area. And I peeked through the portholes up here and I saw you standing your inspection. And the first thing I saw were some sharp-looking cadets. And to see that in the service, I'm excited. To see that in America's youth and to see it in our high school students, that is awesome. And for me, that's a comfort, knowing I've got 2 daughters of my own that someday I'm thinking I might have to push them in your direction because you guys definitely lead the way. And to set the example, you do it. And you must do it every day. Look at your bulkheads, you look at the banners, and I listen to Commander Beasley, and of course, I'd be proud to speak with you as well. You guys do an outstanding job, and I think you deserve another round of applause. The opportunity came. I've been the executive officer for the Marines here at Western New England now for almost a year and a half. And again, I did grow up here, and I didn't know about the MRTC program. I didn't know about the JRTC program. This is something new. So when I had the opportunity to introduce myself to applicants from high schools or recent graduates, to see them come across and interview, stand before me, sit before me, interview them, and find out something about their backgrounds. And I knew what my background was. My background is I'm one of the 3 brothers that joined the Marine Corps as an enlisted Marine. I was a Staff Sergeant Marines. I was a drill instructor. I was a senior drill instructor. I've been meritoriously promoted twice enlisted, and once I was meritoriously commissioned to become an officer. because my seniors thought that much of me. Now I'm on the other side where I have the opportunity to see individuals such as Justin. Justin's a special individual, and for those of you who know him during his time here at school, you know what type of individual he is. Coming from another school and stepping in here mid-year through his high school time, that's difficult. If you've ever made that leap from one school to another, from one town to another, to introduce yourself, the pressure of having to start from scratch, that takes a certain type of individual to do that. And when he stepped before me, you knew there was something special about him. He already came to me as a Lance Corporal of the Marines. For him, his goal was to be a Marine. He knew he was going to be a Marine. And we consider ourselves, no matter whether you're that private first class, or whether you're going to be that colonel in the Marine Corps, you are a leader of the Marines. No matter where you are, no matter who you're with, as long as there's another one with you, you are a leader. We expect certain things. Whether anybody's looking to do the right thing. Justin, everything about him said that. Everything about Justin, when he walked in, there was pride. He didn't come in wearing his Marine Corps uniform. He didn't spout out terminology. He didn't do any of that. He came in with the idea that I'm a leader. I'm going to be a leader. That's where I want to be. I want that college education. I want to improve my life and where I am. Those are the individuals that I'm looking for. Day in, day out, they set the example, and you can see the baseline that you as parents have done. You can see what you've done to set the tone to make sure that your children are raised up in the way they want to be. They're standing before you as your cadets, and I get the opportunity today to present Justin a scholarship presented for those that want to be leaders, that are seen by their peers, that are seen by their educators as leaders. And you said it through and through. In each of the evaluations that I had the chance to read, and each time I had to speak to some of the educators, you said it loud and clear. Justin Mancello is the type of individual that, without a doubt in our minds, is somebody that needs to be with you as a Marine, as a commissioned officer, as a future second lieutenant. You said it. Justin's proven it. His track record, his accomplishments, those are the things that I, as the executive officer, as that NROTC selection officer, that's what I'm looking for. It's not my work, and it's not necessarily your evaluations, but it's Justin's efforts. It's Justin's accomplishments that spoke for him, and you're the one who put that extra crossing on it to say, definitely, we see it. But so did the Marine Corps. And that's why I'd like to thank you for the time for allowing me to be here, because I'd like to ask Justin to come forward so we can present you with the check for your selection to the NROTC program for the Marine Corps.
On behalf of the United States Marine Corps, we'd like to thank all of you for supporting Justin in his choice to join us as a Marine, to join us as a future Second Lieutenant Marine. He's going to be leading those young men, and those women out there who chose to do the same thing. And we'd like to present them with this check worth up to $150,000. He's been selected to go to Holy Cross. He's attending Worcester State, and he's going to pursue a degree in criminal justice. Congratulations, Justin.
account for the top 8/10 to the top 1% of all the cadets in the country. We'll ask everybody not only recognize Justin, but look at all the cadets from Oxford. We were blessed this summer, we had 7 cadets get to go. And every time we have the opportunity to go, we send them, and I like sending our freshmen simply because they're ready to go and they prove themselves time and time again. So on behalf of the unit, Justin, thank you for coming back and sharing this great moment for you. Company Commander, pass review.
Hi, sir. Officers, roll. Good. Mary, color. Company, link, link. And in review.
Will all the guests please rise for the passing of the company and the passing of the national colors.
Officers, return. Sword. Order. Color.
Cadet Wilmot, front center.
Almighty God, we pray to you, continue to provide us the grace and strength to continue to work hard in pursuit of our potential. We ask your guidance to continue our quest to do our best with the abilities you have blessed us with, not only in our daily activities, but also in our preparation at Oxford High School for life in the years ahead. This we humbly ask of you in your name, amen.
Company parade rest. Before closing, a couple of additional thanks. If I've erred in mismentioning anyone's name earlier or misacknowledging your presence, please know that the cadets and instructors do deeply appreciate your support. I want to thank Sean Doust over there for providing the sound system again for the 7th straight year. Super job, and congratulations again to you and your new bride, Megan, who still remains enchanting. Thanks to my longtime friend, Mrs. Helen Blazes, and 12 members of the National Honor Society who had a special touch of class tonight, volunteering to usher for our event for the 10th straight year of mutual support. We'll help them again at their May induction, and I hope this is not Mrs. Blazes' last appearance at our ceremonies as she retires from teaching at the end of this year. I'd like to thank another great friend, our athletic director, John Del Durian, and Coach Haverty and his football coaches who provided a flexible response in sharing the gym these past couple of days so we could all practice and get along with the entire custodial staff who went overboard on our in-service day and our day off, going extra miles to prepare the gym, the seating, the floors, and the environs around us for several days for tonight's activities. Thanks to my peers and the faculty, many of the staff, and once again, most of all of you families supporting these kids, including my extended family. The success the cadets seek in a demanding range of special opportunities offered by this program cannot be possible without sustained, genuine, creative, and enthusiastic initiative and patronage of parents from the local community and from school administrators. Despite more challenges we have not faced before, we have our largest incoming group of students and a lot to be very optimistic about this year. We do know we cannot continue to both sustain and improve on individual and team excellence without you all. On behalf of every member of this award-winning unit, my partner, I offer our deepest appreciation. I also want to thank you, the cadet staff and seniors, for all your hard work the past couple of weeks. And to my partner, the Naval Science instructor and drill team coach, Senior Chief Yeoman Wade A. Borland, to my left here, who's also drill team coach and air rifle coach. Can't think of a better partner I could work miracles with these kids with. Also, I'd like to thank past company commander Rhea D. Green, who for the 3rd year is volunteering her time, and I think she's hiding over to my right somewhere, in between attending college classes and services, and as the assistant drill team coach and assistant color guard coach, bringing her experiences as a national championship captain and color guard commander to this unit. She also comes in at 5:30 a.m. prior to going to her classes. Behind her, Kate Hebden, I want to extend the tip of the hat for coming in and continuing your services, training our cadets, going through all our financial records and all the other detailed reports, again, refusing compensation. I can't tell you how great it is for past cadets that come in, pass on the traditions of the past to the current ones. Once the company is dismissed, you're all cordially invited to join your cadets in the hallway outside the gym. And under intense pressure from my seniors, I relented, and there's 2 gigantic cakes up there. So you can cut it up, just don't mess the hallways up. Because their logic on why I was supposed to run to BJ's and get these monsters was simply, quote, "We like cake." End of quote. So while Commander Hankins and I prepare for his departure, I want to again thank everybody for being here. It's been a pleasure. And on behalf of your cadets, please join me in recognizing them one last time this evening for their incredible dedication to this program. Company Commander dismissed the Oxford